In May 2023, an old lady crashed into my car writing it off. That evening, I went home and I made a Kickstarter and we raised £6,000 over the course of 5 months to get the Swamp Dogs and myself to the USA for a tour. It's something I'd always wanted to do, and something I felt would really benefit the band for the musicianship and for our awareness of the music we play in the blues. Along the way, we went to all sorts of places and all sorts of towns and hung out with all sorts of people, and we had the most amazing time. This is Juke Joint Journal, the movie. Dismantling has begun of the instrument. This is the Strat I'm bringing because it's the only guitar I now own where the neck's removable. All right, the packing has begun. This has to go in there. All packed, ready to go. I'm sleep deprived, slightly ill, but we ball. Garlic bread's in the oven. I go to the airport in about 7 hours. Fuck knows if I'm gonna sleep. Or depriving myself of more sleep and hopefully passing out on the plane. It's 3 in the morning. Should we go to the US?
I believe to my soul that inside every man there's the feminine.
Man, I got the best friends in the world. None of you watching this have a friend who will take you to the airport at 4 in the morning. So Ian drops me at the airport, I get on my plane, and then I fly to North Carolina where I change over to the plane that took me to Louis Armstrong International. I hear a second line beat. I can smell some mid-seafood, and I'm only in the airport. Finally made it. I'm alone. Not for long, but it's kind of scary out here, man. I'm in Kenner, which is not quite in New Orleans. It is in New Orleans. We're in the city, but like, I'm not near anything cool, put it that way. I'm just in a suburb. Kind of just to give you an idea, I got in the lift and this dude had a pizza and I was like, wow, that smells good. And he was like, yep. I had to go down and collect it myself because the pizza guy said he was getting robbed all the time here. I just gotta keep my wits about me. Gonna assemble the guitar, make some phone calls probably. I've been invited to a karaoke, but I just don't have it. I'm not the young man I once was, but I'm gonna reassemble my guitar. Oh yes, good morning, Louisiana. Today is gonna be sticky, 30 degrees and rain. I'm gonna go to the guitar shop down there and get some deodorant because I don't actually have any yet. So the plan today was just to get myself a bit organized. I went and bought a guitar, which I was going to use as a slide guitar for the tour because I couldn't bring a resonator over. And then I was going to meet Ian and Mia later. But it felt like such a long day because I was up at like 5 a.m. So I did some guitar hunting and went to this shop. 52 Les Paul.
52 before the poker chip.
Yeah, yeah.
Bridge is upside down, floating.
That's insane.
Yes.
Wow. The headstock is so cool.
Yeah.
Could you say all of that once more for the camera?
1954, special order, no trim, maybe 8 or so in the world. Leo would have built this guitar.
Wow.
This is Bakelite before plastic.
Oh my God.
That hadn't cracked.
Yeah.
Bakelite, 3-digit serial number.
It's clean as well, man.
Oh yeah, old growth ash, straight and tight. Special orders got figured
The
necks.
neck's amazing, man. Wow.
Light.
Yeah.
Let me take a picture of you.
Sure. We're here at the next location, but I automatically have to leave. I've got to go pick up a guitar, which I'm going to borrow. A weird 60s thing. I'm kind of apprehensive because it's I mainly play slide, so it's going to be the slide guitar for the tour. If it's not good, I'll have to work something out, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I was just in an Uber, and the Uber man had heard of our gig. He heard of my band, which is insane. I'm happy. So yeah, I went to a cafe, met a dude called Mark Stone, who lent me that green guitar you just saw there. And then I watched some people who were staying at the hostel play some old-timey music. And then I went for a po' boy with my homie Carol. I narrate a bit of tour guidance for the vlog. This is Carol.
Hi.
We just had a po' boy, and now we're on Bayou St. John.
The beautiful view of the abandoned hospital.
Yes.
Where there's tweakers hiding and
Meth heads.
spray painting things.
The hospital abandoned during Katrina. Yes. The big moment. Ian and Mia rocking up in Louisiana. Been telling them about this wonderful mystical land for years and years, and finally I get to bring them out here. Evening. All right, these absolute troopers have come out. First time in the French Quarter. We're down on Frenchmen. So just to give you some like context, I first came to New Orleans when I was 17 years old to turn 18. I was there for my birthday, and I played at B.B. King's Blues Club. And then from there, like, that's where I really believed in myself and that I could make a career playing blues. Like, everyone there was like, no, you should come back and record and like do it. So I came back and recorded my first single and assembled a band that Ian and Mia now play in. And New Orleans has meant so much to me over the years, and it was just amazing to have them there with me after being there so many times. Bourbon Street was a crazy time. It was Halloween that night, and it was like a Thursday or something, so it was just Ramo, as you can see. But we went home because Ian and Mia had been on a flight, and I know how they feel.
Morning. Where are we going today?
We're going to Ruby Slippers for a bit of breakfast. And David is coming across the causeway from Covington. We're going to go over to his, check out some instruments maybe, and yeah, get ourselves situated for the tour. And then we're back for Derek Trucks, Tedeschi Trucks Band.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
So Covington is a town just across the 25-mile causeway, and that's where I recorded my first ever song, Sailing. And Dave, who's in the car with us, he's taking us there. He has a lot to do with that, and he's Cyril Neville's drum tech and overall just a really cool guy. And he lent us everything we could have possibly needed for our tour. He gave us.
Look at this thing.
What is that?
It's pretty dusty. It's like a super dry, hammered ride. It sounds super dark.
I love riding whilst hammered.
The bass, cymbals, snare drum, an amplifier, and like a few bits that weren't even that necessary but made all the difference, like the acoustic guitar. He lent us his personal guitar, which was amazing. You basically move the chords up and down. You have your one chord here for blues, and then the 5th fret is the 4th. After telling Dave all about the slide and open tuning, it was time for someone else to tell me about the slide and open tuning. We went and saw Tedeschi Trucks Band. They just happened to be in town while we were, so we had to go. We saw them at the beautiful Sanger Theatre down on Canal Street, and we were just blown away and humbled by one of the best guitar players alive. All right, last night we were humbled by one of the best guitar players alive, and today picking up our car, SUV, and we are going to Austin. It is going to be about an 8-hour drive, probably longer with stops.
Naughty little motor. Naughty little motor. Let me in.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Bro!
This is a bit big, isn't it?
7 seats! Whoa!
That is fucking huge. Oh my god. Damn, girl.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man.
Although it was sad to leave New Orleans after feeling like we just got there, we had shit to do. We hit the road for our what would become about a 10-hour drive and made our way over to Austin. And it was a wonderful drive. It was fun to kind of drive through, see road signs that we'd heard in songs or seen in documentaries or heard about going west, you know, like kind of just living the folk tales that we've read about and listened about. And we were on our way into the unknown. None of us had really driven abroad before, and Ian, being the hero he was, he kind of took the role of the driver, being the oldest, and, you know, we saved a lot of money by not having someone under 25 hire the car. And yeah, we just worked our way across through the swamplands into the open green plains of East Texas. I haven't been to many of the 7 wonders in the world, but this is one of them. This is Buc-ee's. It's the biggest petrol station possibly in the world. I don't know how many pumps this one has, but the biggest one has 120 pumps, and I think it's somewhere close.
And are you excited about that, Mia?
So excited. It's what I'm here for.
Buc-ee's. Let's go see what it's about. Yeah. What a trip. Ian, do you want to stand in front of the wall of jerky?
We have the Buc-ee's famous wall of jerky.
Man.
Place where you can come and get jerky.
Yeah.
From Buc-ee's.
Whilst you're driving in the
Yeah, I
aircon.
found a triple XL, which is my size.
It kind of goes hard.
It's more for like, all right, we have a winner.
Everyone is fried. We're going honky-tonking.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna sleep the sleep of 1,000 sleeps before our big gig tomorrow. Honky-tonking. But we just got some tacos.
18 days of it.
Do you want to say hi to the camera? Sure. This is Adam from Austin, Texas. And he's showing us a good fucking time tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We're kind of roughing it here, but Shelly, 10 out of 10 Airbnb host, has hooked us up. She doesn't usually host free people, but she's made an exception for us. So we're appreciative of that, because the last 2 nights was pretty difficult to sleep in. So the plan today was to get down to San Antonio, go to the guitar shop, get what we need, like new drum heads, new strings. Tacos and coffee. What we got?
This is Tokyo breakfast. We got that omelette on that egg fried rice from yesterday, avocado, special sauce, salsa, you know, good shit. Real good shit.
How many yeehaws out of 10?
Full cohort of yeehaws for sure.
The whole ranch. Get down to the Riverwalk and take a look around before doing a blues jam and before our actual gig.
Basically, we're doing the Riverwalk still. Very nice. San Antonio still.
Here we are doing the Riverwalk. It's quite a nice thing to do. I don't know if the guys were too impressed by it. I thought it was pretty. And then we got down to here, which is the Alamo, which is a very historic spot in San Antonio. Alright, it's really hard to keep updating when so much is happening. We're always on the move. Obviously, we're mainly here to gig, but whilst we're here, we might as well go see stuff. And now we're at a place called The Cove, which is an all-in-one petrol station, car wash, burger joint, bar, and live venue. So yeah, we're gonna get in on the blues jam, and then we need to be at another venue, which is 5 minutes up the road at 6:30.
You did me wrong, girl.
Man, we're about to play our first gig with Casper and the Swamp Dogs in the United States, and it happens to be in San Antonio, Texas. We did it. I brought my band over to the US. It's incomprehensible. If you told me I'd be doing this 10 years ago, I would have told myself to go fuck myself, because that's not possible, but I pulled it off. We're about to play. I keep saying it, but it's thanks to you guys donating and supporting us and helping us find gigs, and, you know, it's a wonderful thing. I wish emotionally I was there, but frankly I'm not that there in my head, because we're just constantly on the move, constantly doing stuff. You know, we're trying to fit in tourism with gigging.
What is it, Stevie Ray, about Texas that you think makes it such a breeding ground for such great music?
The dirt.
The dirt.
Hey Austin, you need to sort out your parking situation. Tried to get parking, but the app didn't work.
Yeah.
But whilst Mia's working, we're gonna go get some fucking barbecue and check out the Western store.
Yeah. There's been a lot of influences come from there because there's been a lot of growing going on all these years. There's been it's like a place where people went to try to form a standing ground.
Black's barbecue, half a pound of brisket, sausage.
That's a pound of brisket.
Pound of brisket.
Hell
Pickle, cheese, potato. Really frustratingly, there was no footage of that first gig taken. And I don't know, the reason why this video is taking so long to come out is because I've been waiting on anything to come through, but I'm just gonna have to upload the video, man. It's been 6 months since we were there, so... but we had a blast playing in San Antonio. We did like 2 sets there, and at first it was very intimidating. It was a very quiet kind of thing. Everyone knows each other, and it's like, who are these guys? But, you know, I like to think we smashed it. So, the following day we went and did this YouTube session at Texas Hill Country Provisions. They make weed gummies, and they also film country sessions, but they made an exception for a British blues band, and this is how it went.
Wood that's from the center of old growth pine trees. So
yeah. Hi, we're Casper and the Swamp Dogs. This is Ian Davidson on bass, Mia Casey on washboard. We're gonna do this song called JoJo, and it's about a woman I used to know. JoJo, your daddy's gone and died now. JoJo, your daddy's gone and died now. And now you need a place to call your happy home. JoJo, you're cooking for yourself now. JoJo, you're cooking for yourself now. And now you need a place to call your happy home. So you see, to know what's wrong, find someone else to know where you belong. So you see, to know what's wrong, find someone else to know where you belong. JoJo, you're bold and strong now. JoJo, you're bold and strong now. And now you need a place to call. That was unexpected. What an amazing time. Thank you so much, Chill Country. We did like a YouTube session, man. That was crazy. Holy shit. What kind people. They gave us a hat, which is pretty cool. What a good fucking time. In Austin, Texas. After some dinner, we went back to the White Horse and we saw Adam play. And Adam very kindly let us sit in and do some songs whilst his band took a break. Today we have show number 2. But not that I planned this when I booked this stuff like over a year ago, but it's also election day. Yeah, Kamala wins, World War III begins, and the Civil War starts here as well. Because Trump's gonna go to jail if he loses, and he's gonna incite a fucking civil war. Yeah, and if Trump wins, I mean, but horrible for this country and the people living in it and people's freedom to do what they want with their body and immigration and what can you do? There was definitely a somber vibe throughout the city of Austin that day as we were driving around doing stuff. People were quiet, there was an apprehension in the air and you could feel it. And at one point we even went to buy something from the shop and, you know, this guy was just already making some strange comments. I'm not going to get into it, but because this should be about music, but I just want to highlight that it was a really interesting time politically to be in this part of the world, I can tell you that. Where are we at?
Far out.
It's pretty far out. It took us like an hour to get here, and we're in the same city.
The answers are hidden in the space between. Reach out all you want to, but they'll always go unseen. The troubles that chain you to the mountain god, you've forgotten without pursuit of attaining what you want.
Weaving it back and forth now, making sure you ain't gonna be found. Now look at you, trying to hush now, when all you gotta do now is keep quiet.
Loads of people have been asking what it was like to play on election day, and all I can say, it was kind of strange. As you saw in the video, you had the TV on one end and the stage on the other end, and people's attention was pretty divided, and I don't blame them. If I was going through what they're going through, I would not want to be at a gig, so I just appreciate people said kind words. Austin, Texas, completed.
Oh yeah.
We played to like 10 people.
It was cool though.
There would have been more people had it not been election night. We finished our set and it was like all over the TVs and shit.
I was actually like, I wasn't looking at what I was playing. I was just watching the NBC News.
I mean, like, what did you guys spoke to the locals more than I did?
Yeah,
I was
we
kind of speaking to a
just
family
chatted to
friend.
the locals for about an hour. They were really cool, very welcoming. I mean, we're in Austin, Texas, very liberal part of the country, so we had a lot to talk about from both.
What were they saying?
Obviously, they're quite concerned about the way it's going. They think it's going to be very close. The projections are saying like maybe by 2 seats.
Yeah, we're gonna go get a burger and forget about it.
Yeah, man.
Are you as excited as I am?
No, not really.
Are you as excited as I am?
Apparently not.
British people be like, it's well nice outside.
So, who took the picture of our socks? There is a representation of them.
Right.
And they are.
Just what the gypsy said. I love from my keyhole, you know I saw.
Nice.
I experienced my first musical goosebumps watching Stevie Ray at Austin City
Oh,
Limits
fun.
doing Voodoo Child.
And there are state troopers on bicycles.
Yeah.
Not clear how fast they're going to be able to get anybody, but anyway, it goes all the way down
The
to
bullets will
Lake.
go fast.
Yeah.
If you're ever thinking of staying in Austin, you should consider staying with Shelly. She's got a wonderful home with 1 bedroom and a wonderful kitchen, and she's a brilliant host. And if she likes you, she'll give you a tour of the city, which is what she did before we made our way to Dallas. And she recommended we take a certain route, so instead of the highways, we turned off and we went down the country roads, which we loved. We love seeing the country. We're not really city people anyway. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. You know, you're told America's like a first world country and it's got this and that. But as soon as you get off those main roads out of the city, you see like poverty of which I've not really seen for a long time. But we got to Dallas and we stayed with Dorian, and he gave us a place to stay at his wonderful home, which he's staying at the moment. And he's been a wonderful host to us, and it was really great to get to know him, as you're about to see. finally getting Mia some vegan food. Look at that smile. That's
Just give me staring at
the biggest smile I've seen all week.
That's not fucking true.
A cool thing you should know about Dorian's house is that Stevie Ray used to date someone that lived there, which, if I remember correctly, was Dorian's aunt. And on this picture here, you can see them on this sofa. Stevie Ray on the left, his girlfriend in the middle, and I don't know who the man is on the right, but he's got a cool haircut. And then in the next slide, you'll see me and Mia sat on the same sofa. And that's the sofa I ended up sleeping on the whole time I was there. And I didn't mind at all. It was an honor to sleep on that sofa.
It always happens when I play that song.
Dorian is a wonderful person. I met Dorian on Instagram through another person I met on Instagram named Ian Ross Cohen, and they got a really cool duo together, and Max, who you saw playing earlier, sings with them now. And yeah, it was so kind of Dorian to let some strangers from the internet stay in his house and on his floor. It was really kind of him.
Hello.
Today we're playing at Evans and Peel, which is a
Juke Joint Journal Inception.
Inception, bro.
Fuck, man.
A very special moment happened the following day. Me, Ian, and Dorian went to visit the grave of Stevie Ray Vaughan, who happened to be resting just like not even 2 miles away from Dorian's house. And Dorian had never been before, and together me and Dorian kind of just broke down a little and really felt that moment. It was amazing. And as I say, Stevie Ray's my hero. He got me into blues music, so to share that moment with Dorian and Ian was amazing.
Dallas edition.
So we were due to play at a venue, at a ticketed event, but they cancelled it very last minute, and said we had to give them like $500 or something to make it happen. So we said, no, we won't be held ransom. And instead we attended a blues jam, which honestly was a lot more satisfying. That's more of our vibe anyway, and we got to meet loads of cool people.
Well, my baby's gone. Won't be back no more. Won't be back. Like she did the night before.
Feels like a little while since I spoke to the camera. But today we're going to Outcome South, so that should be good. I've never been before, and once you leave Dallas, there's like nothing in between, so it's just country. So I'm looking forward to seeing some countryside today.
So, the next step of the operation, say goodbye to Dorian and Bella, and we are eternally grateful for how much they looked after us. And we drove to Arkansas, Little Rock. I'd never been to Little Rock before. I've been to Texas. I hadn't been to Dallas, but I've been to Texas, so I didn't know what the vibes were going to be. And I'll tell you what, they were very strange, and we knew we were entering closer and closer to unknown territory. But we were having fun and enjoying some new scenery all along the way. And we had a gig to play at a bar called EJ's, which this girl I met on Hinge hooked me up with, believe it or not. Yeah. Arkansas time, baby.
I've seen
Finally, hotel room.
It's the first time I've ever had a hotel room.
Nice one as well.
Yeah.
Like, it was still cheaper than my first one in New Orleans, but...
This is a Marriott.
Nah, Marriott, man. Could have saved like $50 and got...
I mean, this was $100 for 3.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
I don't know if they know it's free, people, but they don't have to know.
So I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows.
EJ's Bar and Grill. The bands are here. We're doing a show of like actual bands, which is kind of cool. We're in Little Rock. It's kind of a ghost town, man. There's cars everywhere, parking, multi-story parking everywhere, but like no people on the streets. We just walked from our hotel.
Hey, where are we at?
We're at EJ's Diner. It's very cool. I like it.
And what's your name? Say hi to YouTube.
Oh, hi YouTube. I'm Josh from Sycamore. I'm the drummer. We're about to get shit-faced.
Yeah.
Next time on Juke Joint Journal, the movie, we go to the Delta, Mississippi, and Memphis. We go to the home of the blues. We check out some museums. We play in the world's oldest juke joint. And honestly, it's my favorite part of the whole trip, of the whole tour. Yeah, I look forward to sharing it with you next time. But thank you for watching this episode of Juke Joint Journal, the movie. This has been The Wild West.